निर्णय लिया गया है कि राज्यों के पास वैक्सीनेशन से जुड़ा जो 25% काम था, उसकी जिम्मेदारी भी भारत सरकार उठाएगी। देश के हर राज्य में 18 वर्ष से ऊपर की उम्र के सभी नागरिकों के लिए भारत सरकार राज्यों को मुफ्त वैक्सीन मुहैया कराएगी।
ये तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी फटकार लगाई, लोगों ने भी कहा, तब जाके केंद्र सरकार की नींद खुली है।
जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट की ये करार दिए थे कि ये सरकार की आर्बिट्ररी पॉलिसी को बदलना चाहिए, उसके बाद आपको ये मानना पड़ा।
He was forced to reverse his vaccination policy because of the Supreme Court's observation.
Hello everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. There has been a major shift in the vaccine policy of the country after weeks of procurement paralysis, which has left millions of citizens without the defense of the vaccine. Less than 20 crore have got the first jab and less than 5 crore are fully vaccinated. After demanding decentralization and then facing the daunting task of procuring vaccines, many opposition states suspended their vaccine drives and then turned to the centre for procurement, prompting the centre to take over and implement the central model like phase 1 and 2 of the vaccination drive. The Prime Minister has announced that the centre will procure 75% of all vaccines and supply them directly to the states for free, promising free vaccines for all from June 21st, with an eye on the December deadline when India hopes to have every adult inoculated. The Modi government has announced that doses will be allocated based on criteria like population, COVID burden and the progress of the vaccination drive, while the wastage of shots will affect the allocation. This streamlined approach to the vaccine drive has now sparked a credit war. Opposition parties are patting themselves on the back and have also thanked the Supreme Court for compelling the centre to change course. They have also criticized the Prime Minister, alleging a delayed response to their appeals to manage the procurement of vaccines. Even as we are seeing progress on the vaccination front, the political war continues, but the centre says they have bailed out the states which bit off more than they could chew. Echoing that sentiment, I spoke to Union Minister Hardeep Puri. Let's listen to that first. Mr. Puri, I appreciate your time. You have put out a series of tweets saying success has many fathers. You may not give credit to your political opponents, but will you accept that their constant criticism and raising questions made your government rethink its vaccine policy?
Madam Maria, I am happy to get into any discussion which can analyze what our friends in the opposition said. Some of them were constructive all along, but some of them were not only not constructive, but they were placing impediments in the process. Let me just point out three things to you. One, at the commencement of the process, when the vaccination focus was at its sharpest, some people were not only fueling hesitancy, but they were saying things which had the effect of undermining the domestic vaccine manufacturers. They said that the permission given to Bharat Biotech was premature, we should have delayed it. That the vaccine manufactured by Serum Institute was not up to the mark. Just store that away for a minute. Yesterday in a discussion, one of the Congress spokespersons came out and said, why did you only give approval to 2? So my submission to you is many people are taking part in this discourse on the vaccine without having even a nodding acquaintance with what a vaccine is. Some people turned around and said, give us permission to procure at a decentralized level. Madam Mamata Banerjee, Shri Anand Sharma of the Congress, Shri Uddhav Thackeray ji, and one or two others, all wanted decentralized procurement. the Chief Minister of Delhi went to the extent of saying, just give us the formula, we will manufacture it. Look, anyone who knows what a vaccine is realizes that it is under intellectual property protection.
Yes, but Mr.
Billions
Puri,
of
you
dollars
cannot
go
put the blame on the state's doorsteps, and neither can you put the blame squarely on opposition side.
Let me tell you that I am not interested in putting the blame on anyone. All I am saying is today we have a very far-reaching, revolutionary, I would call it, decision by the Prime Minister, who, after the states asked for decentralized procurement, and we agreed, they floated the tenders only to realize that it was not the manufacturers but the middlemen who were responding. Today, the Prime Minister said, don't worry, we will do it on your behalf. Earlier, we were doing 50%, now we will do 75%. I am saying here on your show that there is no issue of blame game or taking credit. I said success has many fathers. Now that we have said that the central government will do it, you can come home and tell us, no, we also said this. But you said a different thing earlier. That's the limited point I'm making. By December of 2021, madam, every Indian will most certainly have a vaccine available. Discussion on vaccine is about production and availability.
Okay.
It is not about making sound and fury and statements without knowing where it is going to come from.
Okay. Mr.
Today,
Puri,
India is the third country in the world, in terms of number of vaccine doses administered. US, China, and then India. We are one of the few countries, I think 5 in the world, which is manufacturing the vaccine. It's been a difficult journey, but today, I think we can all draw some satisfaction.
Okay. Tell me,
that we are
sir,
almost there.
pricing and procurement were two issues flagged by the Supreme Court. In fact, on 31st, a 3-judge bench headed by Justice Chandrachud had said that decision to make the 18 to 44 age group pay was prima facie decision which was arbitrary and irrational. Your political opponents say that if anything, it is the apex court that should be credited with this change in policy.
You know, in a democracy, we have separation of powers and equal contribution. You have the legislature, you have the executive, you have the judiciary. Now, we are a system anchored in the rule of law. We are very happy. We are very happy if you get good advice from the judiciary or we get good advice from other people. Now, why do we take a particular position? We are also sensitive to public opinion. We started by saying 4 months ago that our plan was to administer 30 crore doses by the end of June. Maria ji, we have already administered about 23, 24 crores. By the end of June, we will have completed 30 crores. But our initial plan was to only vaccinate frontline workers, health workers, then senior citizens who are above the age of 60, and then we brought in other categories. Now, in the process, during the second wave, the clamor started. I am willing to give credit to the Honorable Apex Court. I'm willing to give credit to you. But please, let us understand what we are dealing with. It's not as if there is a product which is available off the shelf and it is, as I tweeted today, you know, give me the formula and I'll make the gajar ka halwa. It's a little more serious than that. We are very happy that everybody is on the board and we now have a constructive, as I said, please join in the chorus of gratitude to the government. Keep saying, I also told you that, but forgive me as a student of the political system and as a member of the Council of Ministers, I occasionally would like to remind you what you said on a particular day. Mr. Shashi Tharoor says, don't export any vaccine. Same gentleman 1 month later says, why have you not exported the vaccine? So, I mean, there is a lot of duplicitous double talk. I don't want to comment on that. Now everybody is happy. You're going to have everybody vaccinated, 75% responsibility borne, and then you have the young dynamic leader in saying, if vaccines have to be done, given free, why are private hospitals charged? Look, they should do some introspection.
Mr. Puri, we did see all states right to the center. In fact, chief ministers of states like Andhra Pradesh and Odisha, who have often lent a helping hand to the BJP in parliament, wrote to you demanding a centralized policy. Did the BJP feel the heat and hence this policy announcement yesterday?
Absolutely not. We were going down a certain path. It is these chief ministers, not the ones, I'm sorry, not Orissa and Kerala, but I named the chief minister of West Bengal, Mamta ji, Shri Anand Sharma of the Congress, Shri Arvind Kejriwal ji, chief minister of Delhi, Shri Uddhav Thackeray ji, chief minister of Maharashtra. These are the people who said, why are you centralizing this? Give us the opportunity. You know, in a system of cooperative federalism, we could have either said yes or no. We said, you want to do it, do it. That's all we did. We knew all along that this was headline space seeking. This was about making statements. We gave them a few days. Then the same very people came back and said, sorry, center has to do it. Why? Because they couldn't do it. Now, we all have to assume responsibility. We must have either the capacity and the will to assume that responsibility. And the Prime Minister, I think, hats off. He has been leading this whole campaign right from up front, personally leading the decision making. He decided when the states are saying, those very people who wanted the delegated powers now saying we can't do it, he decided. And I think let's have this discussion in 2 weeks' time when the before the 75% of free vaccination supplied by the central government start, and we will review the position. And I think at that point of time, all those who are claiming credit now hopefully will be generous and admit that they derailed it for a while, but now they're all on board.
All right, Hardeep Singh Puri, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us. And as this credit war escalates, the opposition is saying that the government has given in to their pressure. Joining me now is Priyanka Chaturvedi, Member of Parliament of the Shiv Sena. Priyanka, health is a state subject and chief ministers of the state wrote to the centre saying, please let us purchase the vaccine directly from the state's own fund. It's a legitimate ask, hence the centre allowed the states to go ahead because one would say it's a federal system as well. Then the states demanded centralization. Would you say again that the demands was that the centre finally agreed to what the states have been demanding?
Actually, that's very incorrect to say that was a demand coming from the states, because all the states were following the protocols coming from the centre. After the Indian Epidemic Act was brought into place, state had no powers, as despite health being a state subject, centre had overriding powers. And when the act is in place, then all the treatment protocols, all the medicines, all the vaccines becomes the responsibility of the centre. So centre gives the direction, the states have to follow. Most of the states did that. I'm very curious to know which are the states which said that we will procure our own vaccine. All they said was they want a greater say and greater transparency in terms of allocations of these vaccines. And I don't think that's an unfair ask, because all the stakeholders in that, many states like Maharashtra are seeing a heavy caseload. We are seeing a second wave peak. We are also worried about the third wave coming. So we said, allow us to vaccinate as many people as we can. So give us the vaccine. Allow us to cover the entire population, which also half of our population is between 18 to 44, which we did.
Okay.
So that was the demand, and that's legitimate, I believe.
You know, this centralized procurement was also the demand of the states, and that is also the truth. And this has been done because the states failed to procure vaccines. We saw how global tender, which was floated by states, hit a roadblock as the foreign vaccine manufacturers wanted indemnity waiver, which could be given only by the government of India, and vaccination drives stopped across states, and hence centre has decided that they will be taking full control and charge of vaccination drive, which was partially given to states. Did the states fail in their responsibility?
Firstly, no country in the world and no government in the world has given up its responsibility in ensuring that every single citizen, every single resident of that country is vaccinated. It is only the Indian government which chose to break down the citizens of this country into various states and deciding the vaccination policy on the basis of their politics. It did not come from the states. Now, for example, the states only spoke about vaccine shortage in the month of April, and that is when the policy changed. What happened in the month of January? Did we have enough stockpile to cover the entire population of this country? No, we did not. How much was the order we made? Which was around 1.6 crore vaccines from our local manufacturers. Did we build on any capacities? No, we did not. Did we ensure compulsory licensing would build capacities? No, we did not. did we cover any section of the population which you are opening up? Let's say healthline workers and frontline workers, double dose for them, would have been completed in 1.6 crores? No, it did not. You started a vaccine Maitri immediately along with the vaccine rollout, in which you ended up ensuring that the commercial agreements that companies had gotten with, those countries managed to get their vaccines, while all our Indian residents were not even covered. Then what do? You bring about the 35,000 crore allocation of budget, where you say we will cover all the, only for COVID-19 vaccine, we will cover the entire population, which again, you did not put to use. Only in the month of March, mid-March, is when a second order for Covishield was placed, in the month of March.
Okay.
And that March period also included the Prime Minister and the entire cabinet going on a election campaign spree, thinking that it was endgame of COVID. It was only in the month of April that all the states raised, most of the states which were vaccinating high numbers, including Maharashtra, which said, we are running short of vaccines, please provide us vaccines. That is when the entire story unfolded.
Okay.
And
Priyanka,
the center, instead of answering and instead of accountability, washed their hands off. And that is where their priorities lie, in their politics.
Yeah, the BJP leaders and the union ministers are saying that the opposition first created vaccine hesitancy, and we did see those sound bites, and then states played a role in vaccine wastage because several images emerged from several opposition ruled states, and now it's taking credit, hence it's double speak. First, you wanted a decentralized approach, and when the centralization has happened, you're questioning this as well.
Again, we'll ask all these BJP leaders who asked for decentralization. Decentralization does not mean that the central government washes its hands off procurement and also ensuring that free vaccines, which are available globally for all the citizens of whichever part of the world they're living in, except in India, does not become a reality. And what you end up doing is you end up creating 3 different price points. Now, secondly, about vaccine wastage, about Maharashtra. Maharashtra is one of the states which has used vaccines with minimal wastage. We are amongst the, I think, the bottom 5 who are wasting vaccines, bottom 3, I would say. Kerala and Maharashtra are the only 2 states which are ensuring that there is no vaccine wastage. In terms of underutilization of vaccines, whatever vaccines have been allotted to us have been vaccinated, and you can see the numbers speak for itself. Maharashtra continues to lead the entire vaccination campaign. Now, last but not the least, as far as transparency is concerned and hypocrisy that the BJP talks about, there's no bigger hypocrisy than what is coming from the Bharatiya Janata Party in terms of explanation by totally doing away with the fact that we are under the center's, under the Indian Epidemic Act, which will get the center to have overriding powers. They also forget that this is a responsibility which world over governments have taken, except for the central government. And the last thing I would like to say is that vaccine procurement was the job of the central government, and they should have ensured that every single citizen of this country is covered when they're talking about stockpiling of these vaccines.
Ms. Chaturvedi, we are also seeing what is evident credit war that is unfolding now after that announcement of the Prime Minister yesterday. Opposition leaders are saying that they had warned the centre and had requested new guidelines towards centralization. But the BJP is maintaining that opposition seems very confused. Now, will we be seeing more coordination between the centre and the states, less blame game of this sort that has happened over the last few weeks? Don't you think that it is about vaccinating each and every citizen, irrespective of the state that he comes from?
I'm so glad that Indian government has finally thought of India as one whole unit, not divided it on the basis of their politics. Where the BJP governments govern and where non-BJP governments are there, we continue to point a finger at them. The hypocrisy is coming from the center, not from the state. I would want to know which state did not follow the protocol set by the center as far as wave 1 was concerned or the second wave was concerned. Every single treatment protocol came from the center and every state adhered to it. And I would want to understand what is credit taking as per the government of India. The only credit taking that we see is coming from the center. Every time Mr. Modi speaks, it becomes one of the best speeches in the world and one of the best leaders in the world. All the state governments were doing was giving a feedback because they were having, they had the ground reality of their particular states, and every state had peculiar requirements and particular requirements. So this entire thing of credit seeking can only happen when you look at governance through an event management perspective. And there's only one government in the country which looks at everything as an event. कि हमने टीका उत्सव declare कर दिया when we had no tikas. We declared that we are the fastest vaccinating country in the world with no vaccine. So this entire idea, if anyone gives you feedback, and if that feedback has ensured there's a course correction or U-turn or whatever policy change, I think you should welcome it as cooperative federalism rather than something as credit seeking.
All
So
right.
no chief minister is saying, please mujhe credit de do. All the chief ministers are saying, hame vaccine de do. And that is the difference,
All right.
which the central government doesn't seem to realize.
Thank you so much for joining us, Priyanka Chaturvedi, Member of Parliament of the Shiv Sena. Let me bring in the third guest on the show. T.S. Singh Deo is Chhattisgarh's Health Minister. He's joining me now. Mr. Deo, by the end of the May, in fact, Chief Ministers of multiple states, I'm naming them now: Kerala, Punjab, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Andhra Pradesh, Tripura, Maharashtra, all of them had written to the centre requesting centralized procurement of the vaccine. So the announcement that has come yesterday, do you see it as centre listening to the demands of the state and also an acknowledgement on the parts of the state that they failed to procure vaccines?
Good evening, Maria ji. I doubt very much whether the response was because of the writing of the chief ministers or the state governments. It may have registered somewhere in their thinking, but had the Supreme Court not stepped in, I doubt it very much if the government of India would have rethought what they should have not done in the first place.
Okay, Mr. Deo, one charge that is coming from your political opponents is that your party leaders, Shashi Tharoor, Jairam Ramesh, a number of them openly fueled vaccine hesitancy first and undermined the domestic vaccine manufacturers. It is also true that Rahul Gandhi had tweeted that if vaccines are for all, why should hospitals charge for them? And he completely forgot what really is happening in Punjab. This is what the centre is saying. So, as far as your leaders, the Congress leaders are concerned, there is double speak or some kind of hypocrisy.
Maria ji, this is perfectly all right. You see, vaccine hesitancy on put on the shoulders of the Congress party, I think that is completely misleading. What did the Congress party or Mr. Shashi Tharoor, or for that matter even I, say in reference to Covaxin? The Covaxin had not gone and has still not gone through phase 3 trials completion, and it has not been put on the portals for evaluation, and peer review is still pending. That was the issue. The issue was not this is a vaccine made in the country or made anywhere in the world and being repackaged in the country. So don't take this vaccine because it is being made by so and so. That is ridiculous. The mistake that is made by, let us say, a party in governance, whether it is at the center or the states, if there is a mistake and somebody tends to bring that out, the first thing that is said, you are anti-national. You are against the interests of the country. You are against the interests of the people. What is the issue that is being raised? What did Mr. Shashi Tharoor say? He said that the trials are not complete. And Covaxin was introduced as clinical trial mode. It was not just emergency use authorization. Within emergency use authorization, the term used was clinical trial mode, and every person taking Covaxin at that point in time had to fill in a form. That is, he was still part of a trial. Is that what should be done? It should not be done. So nobody was saying don't take the vaccine. I think Congress persons have also probably shouted hoarse that vaccination is the only way which is seeming to be the option for getting beyond the COVID situation. Nobody in the Congress has ever said don't take vaccines. But if you bring out a lacuna in a policy made by a particular government, let us say the government of India or a government in the states, does that mean that you're going against the entire program? That is an incorrect portrayal, and that is where things start going wrong.
Okay, one criticism that is also coming in is, and you heard from Hardeep Puri, that this was a planned U-turn of sorts, that there was chorus that was built by Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister of Bengal joined in, then Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray came in, and then former Congress President Rahul Gandhi. All of them came together to demand that the states be allowed to buy vaccines directly, and when they realized that they have bitten off more than they could chew, they did a U-turn.
The difference, Maria ji, lay where? One, does the government of India accept everything that the governments in the state say? We have been saying again and again in the GST Council, for example, I'm just putting an example forward of how much a state is heard. So when we say that vaccine should be free, are they being made free of GST? Are they being made free? For example, if we say in the GST Council that protected 14% revenues should be ensured, that is the ground on which the GST Council came into existence. Is that merely political posturing, or do those points have some substance? So if they have some substance, it should not be this party or that party saying it. It should be, this is meritorious of consideration. This does not consider, does not merit consideration. That should be what we should be talking about. So when you say that there are no dearth of vaccines, there's no dearth of vaccines. So you say then give it to everybody. The BJP leaders, they said there's no dearth of vaccines. So what does the Congress say? Then give it to everybody, give it to the 18 plus people. There, when you start giving it to 18 plus, then say, okay, you're criticizing us, so you buy it. Some states said, for example, Chhattisgarh, we never said that the government should allow the state government to buy it, because it was obvious it would be a major drain on the exchequer. And where would we buy it from? It is not available in the market. We all know,
the government
as
did
responsible
float
public
global tender,
representatives, we are
Mr.
interacting with the Government of India officials, our officials.
You were certainly
interacting
hoping
with
that
them.
you
The
will
Prime
be able
Minister
to
is
procure
taking video
vaccines. That did not
conferences.
happen.
Their officers of the Government of India and the Prime Minister's video conferencing are mentioning the quantity available in the country, which is 7 crores at that point in time.
All right. T.S. Singhdeo, thank you so much for joining us. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow.